Hey everybody, and happy Sunday. It is time for my Sunday screening selection. Okay, so a few days ago I watched the movie 5 Feet Apart. It is a 2019 release, still in the theaters right now, or at least at the time of this recording. And I am so excited about this film. It was directed by Justin Belgium. The stars are Haley Lou Richardson, Cole Sprouse, and I want to say it's Moses Arias. I'm probably saying that name wrong, so I apologize in advance. I absolutely loved this film. The writing, the cinematography, the story, the acting, all of it, 5 stars. And maybe it's because it is an emotional roller coaster, and it is heartfelt, and it is just so powerful. Or maybe I was just in the mood to cry, and this film brought it out in me. So here we go. Plot summary for 5 Feet Apart. A pair of teenagers with life-threatening illnesses meet in a hospital and fall in love. Okay, that's pretty simple, right? We've probably heard the story at least in some ways in other stories, but this one is just so good. All right, here's the synopsis. Stella Grant, played by Haley Lou Richardson, is a cystic fibrosis, or CF, patient who actively uses social media to cope with her illness and try to live a normal life. Her sister, Abby, was the adventurous type and died a few years ago while she was cliff diving. Stella's best friend, Poe, also has CF and is openly gay. He tells Stella that he broke up with his new boyfriend. Stella later realizes Poe pushed him away because of his CF. Stella meets another CF patient, Will Newman, played by Cole Sprouse, and they quickly develop feelings for each other. Will finds Stella's vlog on YouTube in which Stella discusses living with CF. Will is intrigued and watches every single video she posted. CF patients are strictly kept at least 6 feet apart at all times in an effort to reduce the risk of cross-infection, as contracting bacterial infections from other CF patients can be life-threatening. Stella's nurse, Barbara, previously had a pair of romantically involved CF patients who died from cross-infection, and Barbara does not want to see this happen again. Okay, watch the movie to find out what happens next. All right, so here's my 2 cents on 5 Feet Apart. To understand this film, you have to understand what CF, or cystic fibrosis, is. It is a progressive genetic disease that causes persistent lung infections and limits the ability to breathe over time. So essentially, CF patients drowned in their own mucus. This film broke me. It broke my heart. It made me feel all the feels. I think on IMDb, this film had a 5 out of 10 star rating. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I do a 5 star as opposed to a 10. I give it 5 out of 5. If it was a 10, I'd give it 10 out of 10. When I go to the movies and I can hear other people throughout the theater crying, and I'm crying myself, then I know that the film has done something right. It has moved me, it has moved other people, it has brought out emotions that you don't typically express in public. And I ugly cried during this film, and a ton of other people in the theater with me were ugly crying, sniffles, breathing. It was emotional. All right, so 5 Feet Apart is full of laughs and love and heartfelt moments and devastating losses. And I'm not going to tell you who dies or who leaves or who is heartbroken, but what I will tell you is that I cried, I wept, I mourned, I laughed, I loved, I felt everything. I was on the edge of my seat with my heart racing in my chest for these characters to just be okay, to just survive. If I could have hugged them, I would have. I was utterly and completely lost in this film and invested in the storyline. I forgot that they were actors up there just playing a part, and I believed their reality 100%. That to me says a lot about not just the acting or the writing, but the directing as well. So 5 Feet Apart is a fantastic, fatalistic love story. It is doomed from the beginning, but this love story must be told. It had to be told, it had to be seen, and it has to be remembered. So if you haven't seen it yet, I hope you do. If you have seen it, I would love for you to comment below and tell me what you thought. Misery loves company. So if you were as devastated about this film while you were watching it as I was, I want to know that too. All right, so I did look up if 5 Feet Apart was based on a true story, and it is not. But it was inspired by a friend of the writer, or somebody the writer met, followed a blog or a vlog about this CF patient and her struggles, and basically the idea that you have to stay distanced, you have to stay apart, and that affects you. Think if you couldn't hug the person you loved, kissed the person you loved, sat next to, held hands with the person you loved. It is devastating. We as humans need contact. We need touch. And the idea that that could be taken away is insane. It's crazy. It's devastating. And it is reality for anybody who suffers with CF. And that's hard. I can't imagine. All right, I do want to talk a little bit about the acting, because I didn't know the lead character, Haley Lou Richardson. Now, I looked on her IMDb page, and she has a ton of stuff she has been in. Some of it I've seen, but I didn't recognize her, and maybe it's just that her performance in this was so much stronger than the other things that I had seen her in, that this really affected me. Cole Sprouse played her love interest, and he, most recently I had seen him in Riverdale, which is a TV show I watch with my daughter and absolutely love it. He's a great actor in it, lots of fun, but this performance, wow. I mean, he really stepped up his game. His acting, he's a child actor. He was a child actor on, I think, Sweet Life on Deck or something like that. And he was, you know, a child actor. Like a Disney type character, Nickelodeon, whatever channel it was on. This, he is an outstanding performer. And I really think that after watching this, after seeing him in Riverdale, he is, in his generation, in his age group, one of the best actors out there right now. So, huge kudos to him. Now, the guy that played Poe, which is Stella's best friend, the last thing I remember seeing him in was Hannah Montana. He played one of the best friends in Hannah Montana. You know, kid actor. He was phenomenal in this performance. Absolutely outstanding. If this movie does not go up for awards, I will be shocked. Absolutely shocked. All right, so I always end with my favorite quotes from the film. So both of my favorite quotes are Stella speaking, and she is the lead character with CF. Her first one is, "Human touch. We need that touch from the one we love almost as much as we need air to breathe." Yeah, we do, right? We need that connection. All right, the second quote is this: This whole time I've been living for my treatment instead of doing my treatment so that I can live. And I want to live. Okay, that's powerful. And the reason it's so powerful is because it can be applied to life. I don't have CF, and the vast majority of the people out there, especially those that you are watching it, probably don't have CF. So you can't relate in that exact way, but think about work. So many of us live to work as opposed to working so we can live. Don't you just want to live? Don't you want to do the things in life that make you happy? So instead of putting all your thought, all your energy, all your waking hours into working, work so that you can enjoy life and live. So this whole time I've been living for my treatment instead of doing my treatment so that I can live. I want to live. I want to live. I want to enjoy life. All right, that is my Sunday screening selection for today. 5 Feet Apart, 5-star rating, phenomenal film. Comment below and let me know what you thought of this film. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. You can do that by clicking on my little face right here. Check out my latest videos over here. And if you want to be notified as soon as I upload a video, click on that little bell below. All right, everybody, have a great day, and until next time, happy reading.